Hey, this is JB from Huffy, and today we're going to be talking about the Huffy Torex UTV how-to on controller replacement. So if we've sent you a controller, these are the steps that you're going to take to replace it. To do this, it's going to be under the seat, so we're going to push the red button below the seat and the lift up from the bottom and remove. We're going to go ahead and remove our battery. And now we can see our control module there in the little spot below the battery. What I'm going to recommend here is you take a camera, grab your phone, take a picture of how all of these wires are connected here and the orientation of each one of the plugs, because we're going to be unplugging those and plugging them into your new control unit. Once you've done that, there are also two Phillips head screws on both sides of the controller, right in about the middle area. They're a little difficult to see, but they are down there, so you're going to be removing those as well. But before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and remove my harnesses here. I'm going to be putting pressure on this side of my wiring harness to remove it. Be really careful with the last one over here, as it is a little bit more delicate. 3 different pieces here, and you're going to try to unplug them all. So there's 1, 2, this third one. All right, and so on these you're going to be pushing right at the top here on each one to remove it. Maybe a little pick or a little flathead screwdriver might help you break those loose. So now that we have those all disconnected, I'm going to move them out of the way just a little bit here, as much as I can. Use my Phillips head screwdriver. And remove these screws. These are number 2s. After that, your control board comes right out. So I'm going to go ahead and reinstall my good control board. It's exactly opposite of what we did for removing. So I'm going to get my 2 Phillips head screws. And just a quick tip, if you want, you can kind of get them started just a little bit. Into the plastic housing, and that'll keep you from dropping the screws over and over again trying to get it into place. So I'm going to align the first one, start screwing it down. Before I get that one tight though, I am going to start the other one. Right, both of them started. Just going to go ahead and snug them down. Doesn't take a ton of force, just good and snug. Pull up on your controller. Your controller may move around just a little bit. It's mounted to plastic, so there's going to be a little bit of wiggle. Once you have that done, you're going to go ahead and reinstall your plugs. We're going to start with the last one that we unplugged. So the wider one only has one place to go. It's going to go in there. I'm just going to use my thumbnail to make sure that it's clicked in place. You should hear an audible little click. All right, your next one is your 2-pin. It only has one place to go as well. And the last of these small ones is the 3-pin. They've all clicked in. So we're going to go ahead and replug our large connectors in here. One with the blue wires goes in to the side over here. And you're going to notice that your remaining connectors are just a little bit different. You have one that's a little bit fatter at the bottom and one that's a little bit skinnier at the bottom. Just be aware that the one that's a little skinnier will fit into the slot designed for the one that's a little fatter. So make sure you don't put that one in the wrong spot. So the skinnier one is next, and then the fatter one is last. All right, so that wraps up our controller replacement. You're gonna go ahead and put your battery back in, get it plugged up, and test to make sure that everything works properly. After that, you can put your seat in and have at having fun.